everyone, it's Cristina here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Hope everyone is doing okay. We are gonna bake today a very special cake for a collaboration on Instagram again. Purple cake. I'm gonna make this purple cake following one of Preppy's Kitchen's recipes. He's using blueberries to actually make the cake purple. So lovely and a healthy option as well, instead of using the food coloring that we normally use. So should we see the ingredients quickly, guys? Right, so ingredients for this lovely cake. We are going to use, I have here in this bowl, I have 235 grams of plain flour. I have 3 tablespoons of baking powder and a pinch of salt. Okay, then we are moving on to the sugar, which is 245 grams of caster sugar. We will need 170 grams of butter, room temperature, 3 egg whites, again room temperature. We have here 120 milliliters of milk, and here you should use 120 milliliters of sour cream or buttermilk. Again, I made my own. I squeezed the whole lemon in 120 milliliters of milk to make the buttermilk. Okay, we got here 3 tablespoons of vanilla essence plus the zest of a whole lemon, which is a tablespoon of the lemon zest. I've mixed them all up. It's absolutely fine. Here we have 40 grams of lemon zest, freshly squeezed. And last but not least, the main ingredient of this cake, which are blueberries. This is 180 grams of blueberries. So I'm using, you're supposed to use a 6-inch pans. I'm going to use 3 7-inch pans because I don't have 6, but it should be absolutely fine. I buttered and papered all 3 of them. Yep, I already put the oven on at 180 degrees, so preheat the oven. We will start by sifting the dry ingredients in a bigger bowl. So the bigger bowl is here, the dry ingredients are here. Yeah, we're gonna sift them all up, including the sugar. The sugar will go in the sifter as well. Okay. So we just give this a sift. There you go. Right. And now we put this aside and we start mixing the wet ingredients, which is butter, milk, eggs. Yes. First, as we do, we will make the butter nice and fluffy with the help of the mixer. Okay guys, so butter is done. Let's add the buttermilk and the milk. Then we mix a bit more. Mix a bit more. Actually, let's add it all together. Vanilla and the lemon zest plus the lemon zest, which is here. Yeah. Okay. So now mix again, and we are after making. I'm gonna puff up the egg whites a bit, and I'll add it after with the help of a spatula. So that way we have a bit of air in the cake. Yeah. So I've beaten the egg whites. Yeah, nice and stiff. And now I'm gonna add the wet to the dry and put the mixer on, because there's a lot of butter lumps. side and on here, so they don't sink to the bottom. It's so one of Preppy's advices. Last week when I made the strawberry French tarts, the strawberries sank to the bottom of the cake. The cake was still amazing, but you couldn't actually see the fruits like in within the cake. So this time I'm going with Preppy's advice. He says to sprinkle a bit of lemon zest on the blueberries and then add 1 tablespoon of flour and mix them all in. That way they won't stink. So let's just do that. So I squeezed a bit of lemon because I forgot to save any from when I used the other 40 grams. Just a bit of flour. Not sure if it needs a whole teaspoon. And then with my hand, I'm just gonna mix them up so they're getting coated in flour and lemon zest, basically, yeah, before I add them to the mixture. Okay, and now we're gonna add them to the mixture here. Wash my hands. Okay. And again, mix them all in slowly. And then we're gonna divide this lovely mixture in between the 3 tins. So you don't make mistakes, you do 1 spoon at a time in each. That's what I do. Yeah. So let's do that. Okay. Okay, guys. So I've done it. Yeah. Try and spread these lovely blueberries everywhere. Yes. So you can see you're going to have equal blueberries in each. Okay. So these lovely things will go in the oven for about 30-35 minutes until they're golden brown and until a skewer goes inside and it comes out clean. So I will see you guys when they come out. See you soon. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna start making a blueberry frosting in the meantime. So see you guys shortly. So the cakes are out. I'm gonna let them cool down completely before I put the frosting on. I'm fairly happy with them. I would have wanted a bigger rise, but I only use plain flour, so you can't expect much of a rise from a plain flour. For the frosting, the ingredients are 225 grams of butter, 225 grams of cream cheese. This is here 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla, 4 cups of powdered sugar, and I sifted it in advance. And on here I have frozen blueberries, about 35 grams of frozen blueberries, and I put them in the food processor. I grind them and then I pass them through the sifter as well. So I made them like a nice little puree. This is what is gonna give us the lovely velvet color. So that's what we're striving for. We will start by mixing the butter, making the butter nice and fluffy, and then we're mixing with the cream cheese. So about 3 minutes to beat up the butter. So butter's nice and fluffy. We are adding the cream cheese, and again we are mixing all together before we add the wet ingredients. adding more frozen blueberries, guys, so to get to more purpley color. So I'm very happy with this color. We're gonna start assembling the cake now. I'm gonna put this in the fridge until I get my cakes ready, and we will start. So assembling time. I got my cake ready. I've pinned it down with a bit of frosting, and I'm gonna use a bag. I'm not just gonna do it by hand, because if I use a bag, it's gonna look a lot more nicer. So we're gonna fill the bag with this lovely. Okay guys, so I filled up a bag, and now I'm gonna actually, let me do something else. So the second layer looks much better than the first layer, and it goes back in the fridge. So keep going, see you soon. So the purple cake is finally done, and I took my pictures as well for the collaboration on Instagram. Don't forget to follow that. It's hashtag purple cakes collab on Instagram, and there you can see there's about 150 amazing bakers participating in this collaboration. So I'm sure the cakes presented will be quite something else. But it wasn't that easy to make because of that cheese frosting. Of course, you can replace the cheese frosting with buttercream, so then it will be a lot easier to make. I'm sure the taste will be nice with the combination of the blueberries inside. Here you go. This is how it looked like for my picture plate. It's quite heavy, but yeah, I was quite chuffed with the final result. I'm happy. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. As always, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, and tap that little bell so you can see the videos that are normally put it out per weekly. Yeah, and don't be a stranger. If you do subscribe, please watch the videos. Thank you so much again, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Go break an egg. Take care. Bye bye.